Hello, everybody. Hello. So glad to see so many folks in the room today. Happy Tuesday. Happy day 2 of our Sweet Honey in the Rock week. We are totally rocking the house. Yesterday with Arne Batson was such an amazing song. So much energy, so much power, and so excited to be in the roof today with lovely Louise Robinson. We will introduce her in just a sec. I want to say hi to everybody out there on Facebook. Glad you've joined today. And hi, of course, to all the folks in the room. Erin, thank you for running the tech today. Hello to Lovely herself. Hello to Julius and to Becky coming in from Vancouver. Hello to Dan in Virginia. Hello to Al. Nice to see you today. Hello, Deli in Maryland. Hello, Pat, Katie's mom. Hi, Carol in Connecticut. Hello to Kim in Vancouver and Annette in California and Kate in Charlottesville and Dagmar. Hello, nice to see you today. Taking a walk somewhere that looks like Capitol Hill. Hello, Isabel, coming in from Florida. Glad you're here today and happy to see you. Ellen, hello, nice to see you today. Shari in New Hampshire, Christiana in Rockville, Maryland, Sheila in Florida, and Michelle and Steve, hello, glad to see you today, or at least the Steve half. Susan in Seattle, Arlene in California, hello, Kathy in Virginia with a lovely smile on today. Barb in Virginia, Carolyn in Idaho, hello, Jamie in Victoria, Gary in Massachusetts, Caroline in DC, hello, Kevin Ennis in New Hampshire, nice to see your smile. Karen in Oregon, Mabel with a cinnamon bear and friend coming in from Massachusetts. Tom in Victoria, nice to see you. And let's see who else is here. Hello, Elizabeth Melvin, nice to see you today. From the, let's see, choir, I remember not the name, Light something, beautiful, amazing choir leader who's done a lot of virtual stuff during this time. Hello to Miriam, nice to have you with us today. Busy Graham, Carpe Diem Arts, nice to see you. Storm in Massachusetts. Hello, Nancy's Irish Cow in Washington State. Lots of folks that video, Barbara, Marcia, Lynn, Gwen, Moonflower, Kachina, Sarah, and others still coming in the room. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here today. So glad to see your smiling faces on a beautiful day, at least here. I do want to shout out all the folks in Florida. The news has been just really challenging all of these past days. And I don't know about anybody else, but I'm in one of those rare modes where I just can't take my eyes off of it. Sort of trying to balance the hope with the reality and come up landing somewhere that makes you feel like the world is going to be okay. So I want to shout out the folks in Florida, hoping that you're not too close to it, and certainly hoping that you don't know anyone who was involved in it. And I want to shout out all the families of all the people as well, and sending love and kindness into the world. It's another reminder of all of the ways that you just don't know what you don't know. And so I'm going to now take a deep breath with everyone, please. Let's sing this song today for everybody, for the folks we know and for the folks we don't know, and send some kindness into the world. Louise Lovely Robinson, one of the members of Sweet Honey in the Rock, is here today because we are celebrating their beautiful, incomparably, amazingly, beautifully done, beautifully filmed, amazing music, dance, poetry, Juneteenth celebration that Sweet Honey put out last week, which is actually still for sale for a few more days. And I got to say, I'm on watch number 2. It is really such a strong piece. And I am so glad Louise is here to chat with us about it and also to share a song with us. Louise Robinson, I am turning it over to you. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. You know, it's amazing to listen to Joe talk about all the people call the names and you came from everywhere. That's beautiful because we're about to form an army in this song. And I love the fact that the army is coming from every place in every direction. It's really needed. This army that I'm talking about is an army not fighting with weapons to harm, but this is an army fighting with love and integrity and peace and strength and courage and awareness and steadfastness. This is the army we need to balance out some of this other energy. I learned this song in church, so it's in a spiritual context, but really for the purpose of today, it can be in a spiritual context for you in whatever way you acknowledge spirit and live spirit. But I'm telling you, this army of the Lord, you know, when I say the Lord, I'm talking about the law of the universe. We are soldiers for the universe, for the purpose of why we came into our being, which is to love and express peace and express our God-given talents. So The words are, and I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. I'm a soldier in the army. I am a soldier. I am a soldier in the army of the Lord. So when I say I'm a soldier, you say I'm a soldier in the army, in the army. When I say I am a soldier, you say I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Okay, let's try that again. I'm a soldier in the army.
In the army.
I am a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Repeat. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army. In the army. I am a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Okay, let's put a little tone to that. And I'll sing. I'm a soldier in the army, I am a soldier, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Okay? I'm a soldier in the army, I am a soldier, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Now, if you want to put a little stink on it, you will say, I'll say, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army. In the army, I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. And you just slide into that. Okay? So some of you may say, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. And some of you will say, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Yeah? Let's try that 2 times through. I'm a soldier in the army, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army, I am a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. You got that part? Raise your hand if you got it. Good. So after we go, I see a guitar. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Here we go. We jamming. So after we get to the second round, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. You say, hmm, 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 hmm. Oh yeah. Hmm, hmm. Let me see you move your body. Hmm, hmm. There you go. Mm-hmm. Then I know you got it. Come on. Mm-hmm. I'm looking through the gallery. Move it. Yeah. Now your hump is like, I hear you. I'm testifying. I'm qualifying what you said. So it's not like It's okay. Now while you're humping, I'm gonna be singing a verse, cause I'm gonna say while you're humping, if you get there, before I do, tell all the others that I'm coming on through. I'm gonna sing, gonna sing and shout. There'll be no to put me out. Cause I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier in the army, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Let's do the first one straight. I'm a soldier in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. If you think you got it, raise your hand. Yeah, I think we can jam here. I'm checking the gallery. If you got it, raise your hand. Oh, we're gonna jam. All right, let's go through. So we'll do I'm a soldier in the army. We'll do that twice through, and then you go, hum, hum. I want to, when you do your humps, I need to see your head. Hum, hum. So I know you're rocking. Hum, hum. You can do your shoulders. Hum, hum. You can do your hands. Hum, hum. And I just want to know you there, okay? I should have brought some water, but I didn't. So give me a minute. All right. Now, when you're humping, I'm going to be reading these verses down. The second verse says, we're coming through. We're coming strong. We're going to right the things that's going wrong. We'll fight with love. We'll fight with peace. We'll build an army strong from west to east. That's what you're humping to. If you believe that, your hump has to testify. And guitar, I love it. Give me some good old bluesy gospel blues on that guitar. All right, everybody ready? Here we go. I'm a soldier in the army. I am a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Come on. Yeah. If you get there before I do, tell all the others that I'm coming on through. Boom, I'm gonna sing, gonna sing and shout. There'll be nobody there to put me out. 'Cause I'm a soldier in the army, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I am a soldier in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Come on now. Yeah. Rock your body. We're coming through. We're coming strong. We're gonna right the things that's going wrong. We'll fight with love. We'll fight with peace. We'll build an army strong from west to east. 'Cause we are soldiers in the army, we are soldiers in the army of the Lord. We are soldiers in the army, we are soldiers in the army of the Lord. Okay. Last time through. But what we need to do, if you're able, where you are, stand on your feet. Because we need this thing to be nice and strong. We're forming an army. We're forming an army. An army of love. And an army of peace. We're being strong. Deep in our hearts. We're gonna sing this song like we're gone already. I'm a soldier, march it out in the army, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army, I am a soldier in the army of the Lord. One more, I'm a soldier, we are soldiers in the army. We are soldiers. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. We are soldiers. We are soldiers in the army. We are soldiers. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. We are soldiers. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. We are soldiers. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. We are soldiers. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. We are soldiers. We are soldiers in the army of the Lord. Whew! Yes.
Woo!
Woo!
Lovely, Louise. That was incredibly lovely
Well,
and
you
super
guys,
powerful. Thank you so much. I
thank you. I
am
saw
so,
my soldiers out there. That
yeah,
for
your
real.
soldiers were they were whooping and yeah. So I'm not feeling done whooping. So I'm glad we get a little appease at the end because that was really fun to do those little whoops. Like it's our little moment to be Sweet Honey and the Rock backup singers there. So very fun. Thank you. So before we get started on discussion, do you want to grab a glass of water and I will just chat at everybody for a
That
minute?
would be lovely. I shall be right back.
All right, we shall miss you. Hello, everybody. So glad you're all here. So just a couple of updates. Well, I've got some space, just letting you know that tomorrow is the last day of my fundraiser, trying to raise some funds for an assistant. Our plan for the future of the Daily Antidote of Song is to reach out to assisted living facilities and disabled populations whose lives won't change all that much when the rest of us all get back to whatever the new normal is. So thanks very much for all the contributions you've given. And thanks, of course, very much for anything you can do. Also, an update on the Anti-Racist Book Project. Very happy to say that we have a link ready to go out to the test group. And if everything works, we're going to be able to release that out, I think, pretty soon. We've got an army of volunteers, speaking of armies, who are going to be helping us run it from behind the scenes. And for anybody who's new to the project, the object of the game is going to be that at least for now, until we conceivably raise some grant funds, we spend our own money buying books for children that have Black and brown characters in them. And then we distribute them to communities, both communities who don't see themselves enough in books and communities who don't see anybody but themselves in books. And the goal of the project, of course, is to bring a lot more togetherness, a lot more unity, a lot more awareness. And so thank you so much to all the volunteers who've kicked in to help it get going. And looking forward to being able to announce more of it soon. And mostly excited and glad that we have back on the scene lovely Louise Robinson. Thank you for being back here, and I'm excited to chat with you. So anything you want to say about the song or the history of the song or anything before we chat about Juneteenth?
The song we just sang?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a song, that one of the songs I uh, grew up singing in church. And, like I said, it's, for me, I grew up learning it in a religious context. But, the meaning of the song is still strong. That we just have, we came here with a lot of power. That's why we were placed here, to express and glorify this universe. And, and if we just look at nature and look around us, it'll tell us, how we can contribute. And I think we just need it a lot now. We see a lot of things going on. It's very easy to get caught up and feel hopeless. But, we have to be soldiers. We have to maintain our integrity and our love and our peace. And we don't always do it because we're human. But, that's why we have friends and family to tap us on the shoulder. And we tap them on the shoulder and say, let's get back in line,
Yep.
The good force is really stronger. The hype is that it's not.
Yes, the good force is really stronger. And of course, we are the good force. If we're not doing it, we can't look at everybody else and think they're going to do it, right? So it's us.
Exactly.
It's all of us. Get in line, get on your feet, like Louise made us do. And
I want to just say thank you to everybody, because I went through the gallery looking. So everybody was involved. I wish I could have heard that guitar playing.
I know, I said that.
I could imagine everybody singing. That's why I asked you to move, so I can see where, I could see everybody.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So Louise, you guys recently put out a Juneteenth video in celebration of some big news, or actually, I'm going to guess when you guys were making the video, you didn't even know there was going to be corresponding big news. That's right.
That's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right.
So just, you want to talk a little bit about the project? I've watched it. I'm not sure if everyone else in the room has yet, but I'm sure encouraging everybody to do it. Tickets are on sale, I think, through July 2. And there's a link in the chat for getting a chance to watch it. It was so remarkable. I mean, never mind that the studio is amazing and the filming was amazing and you guys all looked incredibly beautiful and so on. It was literally like being in a recording studio with you. Like we got to be in all the different angles. We got to be all the different voices as someone was singing, and we were singing one of the parts from behind where you were someone else's stage. It was amazing. Was it fun? Was it, tell me about it.
Oh my God, it was really fun. Last year we did an amazing Juneteenth concert at the Historical Lincoln Theater in Washington, which is a big, beautiful theater. Us and the space and the chairs, and that was great. But this year the idea came up from one of the singers because we were going into the studio to rehearse all week. Well, how are we going to do it this year? It's a great big to do to get a theater and all of that stuff. And she said, why don't we just record it in the studio? We finished rehearsing, just record it. So it was an exciting project. First of all, in the studio, we get to, instead of, we sit in a slight semicircle facing the audience. But now we're in a studio where we're really like in a circle almost. So we can really look at each other. And, I think one of the first groups I ever saw that inspired me was Earth, Wind, and Fire. And what I loved about them, I said, oh, they're on stage tripping and they're just allowing us to witness. So this was kind of that, we could just relate, and then, people could just watch us relate to each other. It was a much more intimate process for a concert. And yeah, I think we all enjoyed it.
That's so great.
We had the speaking spot, the sacred place, and different things we could do.
Yeah, and it was amazing. I mean, it was really just the sensation of so many different components, but it seamlessly tied together into this beautiful flow. And I think
that
maybe
was Mr. Kyle Homestead that seamlessly tied it together.
Go Kyle, that's great. And I know that where you were was Charlie Pilser's Tonal Park, and of course Charlie's one of the friends of this room and of this project, and we hope
great guy, great people, great staff. Tonal Park, family, family. And it was beautiful. They, all of our I'll say rituals for I'll say that we used to just come together. They all participated.
That's really great.
Yeah, we had an intention for the whole project, and everybody involved, and everybody participated in that intention. So
that's so neat. And I wonder actually if the fact that you were in a circle, or in an almost circle, as you said, is part of what made it feel like you were in the recording studio, like you, the audience, was in the recording studio with you, Lovely, and your crew, because there was some sense of being brought into a circle when you watch it, and and it was really stupendous. Like
great.
I loved it.
Great to hear.
So during the video, you actually spoke words from one of my favorite poems, and I don't think we should give the whole thing away, but how do you feel about doing a little piece of it?
Maya Angelou, Dr. Maya Angelou, when I just hear her speak, I stop and listen. She has such a spirit of wisdom and generosity. And so I love this poem, And Still I Rise. And, we picked pieces that we felt addressed the African-American situation in this country. And, and still we rise. Just keep coming. Just as, soldiers in the army just keep coming. So that's the name of the poem I picked, And Still I Rise, by Dr. Maya Angelou. And I'm going to do a verse that Joe loves, and I love too. And it's asking the question, does my sexiness offend you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I have diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? That's all you get.
That's all you get. Got to go to the Juneteenth celebration to get more. Yeah, so I have to say, as somebody who's been going through in this past year after George Floyd's murder, as we all know, there's been a greater awareness in our nation than ever before. And with all of what I've gone through in this year, the studying, the researching, the reading, the going to conversation groups like the Constructive Void Conversations, I heard that poem entirely differently when you guys did it in the Juneteenth than I have ever heard it before. And I've been reading it, singing it, saying it in my head my whole life. And all of a sudden, those meanings in there that I didn't understand because I was an other or an outsider, in a way that I'm still, of course, an other in some ways, but much more in tune with the understanding, the depth, the human to human emotion. I mean, just stunning. You guys rocked the house, Honey in the Rock.
Thank you. Well, you said a few things that I think is really important to remember. You said as an outsider or an other, but at the end, this is a human family. So, everybody can bring or be awareness. The thing of good art to me is that, right, you can know this poem for 20 years, and here's 20 years later, you see something you didn't see before.
Yep.
That means it's alive. She put her spirit in there. And though she's gone from the earth, her spirit is in there. So her spirit, because a spirit is so powerful and living, it has caused you to feel something. It has caused me to feel something. And anybody else who has felt something. So, spirit's a powerful thing, what we can't see.
What we
And
can't
we're still learning every day. Like, Knucklehead, didn't I tell you that what you can't see is very powerful? Like that. So it's always good to learn something new, as I say.
Yeah, I think that's perfect, and actually a great way to segue into a couple of closing things. A great way to learn something new, check out the Sweet Honey's Juneteenth performance online. There was a lot of stuff in there I'd never heard before. And it was it was a musical journey, it was a cultural journey, and it was a human journey. And I totally recommend it. And we've got the link in the chat for anybody who wants to join in before it closes on July 2 and becomes much less accessible, if accessible at all, for some time. And I want to thank Louise for bringing a perfect song and a perfect attitude, chat, conversation to this room. We love singing with you and chatting with you. And can you give us a little piece of it to close out? So can we sing a little piece of it again? But can you make sure we get at least a couple whoops in there? Because I'm ready.
Oh, sure. So we'll go through one time and then we'll go into whoomp whoomp. Okay. So and once again, show me your body so I know that you're in the song. Okay. Here we go. I'm a soldier in the army, in the army. I am a soldier, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Hmm, 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 hmm. If you get there, before I do, tell all the others that I'm coming on through. I'm gonna dance, gonna sing and shout. There'll be nobody there to put me out, 'cause I'm a soldier, army in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord. Boom.
Boom. Okay, everybody, I'm going to unmute y'all. Let's all give a couple of whoops for Louise so she gets to hear us. And then I'm going to mute you back up again. So please do me a favor. You're all unmuted. Once I remute, please help me out. Everybody, let's do some whoops. Go ahead. You can all unmute yourselves at this point.
Hey.
Hey, there you go. You got some whoops. Great. If we all mute back up again, please, so that
Thank
we
you,
can.
Louise.
Thank you,
Thank
Louise.
you.
Thank you, Louise, and thank you, Woompers across the board from state to state and around the globe, and everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thank you for woomping with us today. Louise, we want to thank you again so much for joining. Any
Thank
parting
you.
words before we say goodbye?
Yes, be blessed. Go forth strong. And pray if you do. And meditate if you do. And if you don't, just be quiet sometime.
Thank you, Louise. Let's all give Louise a big thank you so she can see how happy we were to sing with her today. Thank you for joining on our Sweet Honey in the Rock. And whoops, somebody who has a dog needs to mute if you don't mind. Erin, can you actually get on the muting? Thank you. Thank you. Somebody was participatory whooping all the way through till the end. Thank you so much again, Louise. Let's all wave Louise out of the room. Thank you. We're going to also say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Thanks, gang, for joining us. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Please join tomorrow. I'm going to not remember now, but we have Issei Barnwell. We have Rochelle Rice. We have Carol Maylard. We have Aisha Khalil. and still other friends and folks coming to sing with us for the rest of this week. So please join
Thank you
tomorrow and all
for
week. Bye,
having
Louise.
me. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye. And bye everybody on Facebook.